fox is cunning.
All right, hey, welcome to Brave Companions of Thracia. This is our first episode of our Dungeon Crawl Classics. This is like a side episode, and it's also a dynamic duo episode since Chris and Jesse couldn't play tonight. But yeah, so this is based off of the Caverns of Thracia, which is an old school classic module that just got re-released by Goodman Games, and along with it, they released a bunch of other Thracia type stuff. So we're gonna play the funnel episode or the adventure today, or we're gonna start it at least. Yeah, so you guys, you're gonna have a group of 6 villagers, and so we're gonna have a large group of kind of untalented adventurers heading into the dungeon. What's the worst that could happen?
Right. Someone's always expendable.
Yeah. We'll see who makes it out. Let's see this. So this is the Island of Thracia, which
can't see anything.
Oh, creep.
I'm blind.
Man, it's a dark island.
Everybody's blind.
It's at night.
Middle of the night, out in the ocean, no lights, cloud cover, no stars, no
So
moon.
what I need to do here
Did anybody pack a torch?
is configure ownership. Oh no, shoot. Everybody's already an owner.
To all 12 characters.
Right.
Maybe what I need to do is configure the scene. Do away with token vision.
Oh, there it is. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so this is the Island of Thracia, and this island was once the home of a very large and very advanced empire, sort of like ancient Greece, but that was long ago. I think thousands of years ago. Now it's pretty much just a big jungle, unexplored jungle island full of strange creatures and weird ruins. You guys have spent your entire lives in this little village where the skull token is, which if you guys want to come up with a name for said village, feel free to.
Mudbottom.
Mud
Nice.
Okay. I like it. Village of Mudbottom. Let me write that down before I forget it.
I mean, we consider ourselves an advanced civilization too, because we don't know much outside of our village, so we think we're the top of the ladder.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. So. Okay, so kind of a few miles along the coast is this city of Cheopolis, which is sometimes called New Thracia, which is basically the largest, the only real like city on the island. There's another like large town also along the coast called Hanawa, but Cheopolis is basically where you have to go to get all of your your supplies and stuff, and like if you wanted to go somewhere else, that's where you'd have to find a boat or something there. There's also some other little villages, mainly along the coast or along the road between Cheopolis and Hanawa or whatever. But you've spent most of your life here in Mudbottom. Let me go back to one thing I wanted to talk about before we get started is fleeting luck. It's the house rule we're going to use. This is from DCC Lankmar. Basically, the way luck works in DCC is that you have a luck. Each of you have a luck statistic, which you can spend to add points to your rolls. But then if you do need to make a luck check, you'll use the new value for that. So it can be bad to spend a lot of your luck. But fleeting luck, you can spend it. You basically accrue it just for doing cool stuff. I'll give you some luck, and then you can spend it to add to your roll. But anytime anyone at the table rolls a 1 on anything, all the fleeting luck goes away. So basically, you want to spend it. And I'm also going to use. There's a you can share your fleeting luck as well. So anytime, as long as you're in close proximity to one another, usually visibility, you can spend your fleeting luck to help another player. So that's the only house rule, I think. Yeah, so let's have some character introductions real quick. Maybe we'll just alternate between the two of you, introducing one of your characters, and kind of tell us what their occupation is and what kind of gear they're carrying. Carl, you want to go first?
Sure. Let's see. First one is an elven glassblower named Elora Glasshole. She's carrying glass beads and a small hammer.
Oh, nice.
Useful. Does she have any particularly high or particularly low stats?
She's pretty intelligent, not very agile though.
Okay. Lee, give us one of your guys.
So I have a elven barrister.
Oh, lots of elves in this party.
Yeah. Perthy McFeatherbottom. So he's kind of a hoity-toity kind of guy. He is carrying a quill. The pen's mightier than the sword, but he can throw it at stuff like a dart. And then he's carrying a book.
Is it a law book, do you think? It's like
Yeah, I mean, it's a law book, and then also a book where he writes down his enemies. He keeps a log.
A book of grudges.
Okay. Yeah. He's actually the most intelligent person in my group, but he's not too bad strength and luck wise either. So
Carl, who's your next guy?
Next guy is a let's see. It just says healer.
I think that just means human. If they don't have a race, then they're human. Yeah. Okay. You actually have to roll pretty well to get a not human in the character conditions.
Oh, really? Is a pretty buff healer named Noah Ouchies. Little fun fact about him: he was conceived on horseback. He carries a small vial of holy water and a small sack as well, and a club.
Okay, that makes sense. Healers with club.
Yeah, it's kind of a brutish healer, seems like.
Yeah. Well, I got a rice farmer. His name is just Puddin'. Everybody calls him Puddin'. So
parents are not very smart.
No. They're just your typical rice farmers. I mean, he carries around a pitchfork, as a farmer typically was, but he has this hen with him, which is his pride and joy as his pet. It's a chicken. He calls it Attila the hen.
Okay, our first farm animal.
He has lots of stamina and intelligence too. He's not too bad on intelligence, surprisingly.
Next guy I got is a human potato farmer named Poe Tatoes. Let's see. He has a friendly duck that follows him around in thieves' tools. Carries a pitchfork as well. He's always bragging about how he survived a spider bite. That's his one claim to fame.
Yeah. Probably gets free drinks at the bar.
Yeah, he milks it a lot.
Well, the next guy I got is also a potato farmer, so we're going to keep the farmer thing going. He's a little bit fried because he was struck by lightning. His name is Chippy Arida. He carries around a pitchfork, and he also has a pet goat that he calls Stinky.
Good. So now we've got a chicken, a goat, and a duck. Is that right? Or
Yeah. Let's see. Next guy I have is a dwarven rat catcher. It's an interesting profession. Named Rats McGee. Carries himself a flask and a net, and also a club. So I guess to catch all the rats and beat them to a pulp. Yeah. It's a kind of average build for a dwarf.
I got a hunter. Her name is Craven Meats. She is good about resisting temptation. So it's good at willpower. She's carrying around a short bow and just a candle for some reason, just a single candle.
Okay, well, we've got light then. That's, I think, our
Yeah.
first light.
Let's see. My next one is a human soldier named Sir Smax-a-Lot. Carries around a spear and a shield and some rations.
Wow, actual weapon.
He's pretty well set for that. Pretty agile, not too bad in everything else.
I have a woodcutter. Her name is Pauline Bungan. She's has a warrior's arm. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah. I'm sure it'll come in handy sometime. She carries around a hand axe and a bundle of wood, so if we need to light a campfire or something, we're good to go.
All right, my last one is a halfling glove maker named Samwise Handy Jobs. Him and Noah are always bragging to everyone else about how they were both conceived on horseback.
At the same time.
So maybe they're right side by side. Yes, it's thieves' tools, pair of gloves, and then all that he uses as a dagger. Pretty good stats on this guy. He's probably the best statted guy. Really agile, personality, intelligence, all pretty good.
Our last guy, his name is Ensign Fishnell. He's an elven navigator. Pretty solid stats on him. He follows the path of the bear. Carries around a short bow and some holy water.
Nice. All right, well, quite the crew. So the village of Mudbottom has long been a refuge of tranquility. Situated near the edge of the jungle and less than a mile from the warm waters of the starry archipelago, life has been simple and idyllic. That all began to change several months ago when word began trickling in from other small communities in the area, tales of empty graves and disappearances in the night. As time progressed, the stories began trickling off, and it seemed whatever the root cause was had been resolved. That was not the case. As those whispered tales became fewer in number, so too did contact with those other communities. Soon there were no visitors to your village at all. Concerned, you sent runners to the other communities. Those who returned spoke of deserted houses, empty burial grounds, and signs of something which had burrowed upward into homes. It was not too long after that the village's burial mounds began to sink, as if disturbed from below. The priests were concerned and went to investigate. Their bodies were found 2 days later. They had been killed and dragged into the jungle. Whatever had done it had ripped their livers from their bodies. An armed party then went to the burial grounds and dug into the mounds, discovering a network of claustrophobic tunnels running between the sites. They all seemed to stretch off to the south, deeper into the jungle. There was much discussion on how best to proceed, but no solution was settled upon. Then, last night, came the first disappearance. A family taken in the night by something that burrowed beneath. The earthen tunnel was already beginning to collapse when it was found this morning, but it too pointed south. An evil has come to plague the village, and with no other recourse, you were tasked to take what weapons you had at hand and root it out. Failure could mean that there will not be a home to which you may return. Hiking southwards, you have come upon a small ruin, an ancient temple or shrine. Perhaps the ancient gods will grant you aid in your quest. So, within a jungle clearing stands an ancient ruin of a long forgotten temple, or perhaps a large shrine. Most of its domed roof has collapsed, and several of the supporting pillars have fallen. The jagged pieces of marble stick up from the ground like broken teeth. The circular foundation has crumbled along the edges, and jungle vines have grown into the cracks, spiderwebbing throughout the 4 staircases ascending 10 feet to the raised area. Amidst the debris is a smaller stone structure that is cube-shaped instead of being rounded, which is rather incongruous. So you basically have the circular shrine with these staircases that lead up onto it, and then in the middle, underneath this collapsed dome, is this square kind of stone structure. And you guys are all kind of tired from hiking through the jungle, but kind of gathered around to decide what to do. All 12 of you.
Probably need to check out this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, probably didn't check out the structure in the middle. It just doesn't seem quite right. It doesn't seem to fit.
Perthy is definitely going to take a look at that, just kind of examine it, maybe jot down some notes in his book.
All right. So
you might as well join.
Add a note, and then that Puddin was marching slow, holding up the group.
Yeah, you kind of had to stop a few times to like drag the goat and the chickens and stuff around. It was kind of annoying. Yeah. So this raised area is choked with rubble from the once grand domed roof. In the center stands a cubic marble structure with stone doors on each of its sides. The carvings on its sides have been time and weather worn to near total illegibility. Slightly offset from each corner stand ancient bronze braziers, battered and marred by the stones which fell from above. So basically, there's four doors. There's a door on each side, and next to each door is a brazier.
How big around is this thing?
It's about 15 feet, I think, by 15 feet.
Wow.
Not like super huge.
Not huge, but it takes up a good portion of this circular shrine.
Well,
we go and check one of the doors.
Yeah.
I think one of my guys will go check a door.
All right. Feels like who is attempting to open this door?
Let's see. Probably the soldier Sir Smacks a lot. He's probably a little more.
So yeah,
battle tested, and you're like, oh no, I got this.
He walks up, and it feels like that it's maybe barred from the inside. But when he pushes on it, he hears kind of a cracking noise. Like he thinks that it might be able to be forced open if he really pushed.
Well, I mean,
probably push it.
Perthy would go over there and assist him too with pushing because Perthy's pretty strong.
Okay.
Both throw a shoulder into it.
Yeah.
Sure, Smacks a lot is not very strong, by the way.
Perthy's got a 14.
It says 2 or more PCs working in conjunction automatically succeed. So you don't even need to. But you like shove the door open, kind of stumble in, and as soon as that happens, you hear this clicking noise, and a blade comes swinging down from the top of the inside of the door. Make a reflex save, please.
I used the wrong person for this.
Yeah. Same.
Perthy got a 5.
That is a fail.
He's also got a -1 on reflex saves.
That's a fail on both. So they both take 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Two
down.
Two heads go rolling.
Right. There's one. Copy.
That's well.
Okay.
Slam the door open and
Your contributions
That-
are much.
So if you had made the reflex save, it would have got half damage, which would probably still be enough to
It
make
would
it
have
finish killing.
killed me. Well, it would have took me to 0. Does that count as dead?
Yes, yeah, at that
Zero's
level
dead,
0.
yeah.
It does.
All right, so he's
All right.
put him in the corner here in the desktop.
Yeah, I'm just closing them. I'm closing them off. Don't even look at them.
All right. Well, so let me see if it.
Actually, I'm going to change his name to Dead Perthy.
All right. So, despite its outward spacious appearance, the interior of this chamber feels cramped due to the spiral staircase in its center, descending down into the earth below. Flanking each of the doorways are a pair of metal brackets, each holding an ancient torch. So you can tell that the other 3 doors that haven't been opened are blocked by wooden bars, and that each of them have one of those scything blades just waiting to be unleashed at the top. Yeah, so there in the center of this square is a circular staircase that leads down into darkness, and each wall has an old torch, unlit.
Whoa. I think Puddin's going to grab one of the torches and light it.
Okay.
I think,
there are 3 more if
let's
you.
see.
Anybody else wants to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably give one to Noah.
I probably actually
Take
have one.
to each.
I have an item.
Let me see. I don't think any of my guys have torches on hand.
Yeah, I just put torch in my inventory for Puddin.
Yeah, I can drag it over if you want.
Okay, yeah, one for Noah and one for Rats McGee.
The rest of my crew are terrified after seeing
Yeah.
Perthy die. They're all just like crowded up behind Puddin, using him as a shield while he's walking forward with the torch shaking.
And which one is already dead?
Sir Smacks a lot. He's dead.
And Perthy, I put dead Perthy Featherbottom. He may come back as a zombie later. That's why I renamed him.
Where can I not find? Oh, dead. Okay, I see. I'll move him over here.
I think that is the fastest I've ever had a character die in a game.
Same.
All right, so
New
yeah, so
record.
the torches, you light up the torches, and and you descend down into this, descend down the stairs.
Mhm.
All right, the spiral stairs descend 20 feet below the surface, ending on a small stone landing at the top of a flight of stairs, which descend even further into the gloom beyond. The landing glistens with small puddles of dark water. The fetid water fills the air with the stink of must and mildew.
Kind of hold the torch closer to the water. I mean, are they just puddles or are they deep or what?
No, it's just, yeah, they're just puddles. Just nasty smelling water.
I'll do my best to avoid those. I don't want to step
Yeah.
in.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so you can continue on down the stairs. So you all like dodge around the water and make your way down the stairs. Who is leading the way?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Your only like real fighter is already dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Rats can be leading it. I mean, he deals with kind of the underbelly of
Dark tunnels.
vermin, and yeah,
Yeah.
he's used to getting in tunnels and dark places. So
All
he'll
right,
be leading it.
give me an intelligence check from Rats.
Oh, is it good?
No.
If it's a DC 12, so if it wasn't for the
He's got a
minus
-1. Yeah.
I will say, like, just for a second, he catches just this momentary glimpse of movement on the ceiling, but it's just so dark up there that he can't tell what it is. All right, so as you continue on down the hallway or down the stairs, the walls you reach a landing, and it's a hallway that just goes. It's about 10 feet wide. It goes kind of straight down, and there are 2 doors on either side, about kind of 10 feet past the ending of the stairs. The walls in the hallway are lined with worked stone. While the work is obviously amateur in nature, its squat, ugly blocks look quite sturdy. The ceiling here is shrouded in gloom, and a pair of doors flank the hallway as it leads to an intersection ahead. A handful of scattered coins glitter upon the floor.
I think Puddin would go kind of check out the coins. You know, he's just a rice farmer. They're kind of poor. He's not going to pick them up, but he wants to check them out and just like maybe expect. He's kind of weary after seeing that scythe cut off the other 2 party members' heads. So he's like, maybe holds the torch up above him, scans the walls. You know, look around, looks for tripwires, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he does not see anything up when he looks above. He can't quite see the ceiling, though. It's too far.
Yeah.
Too far up. But when he looks down at the coins, let's see, are there any elven artisan, elven sage, moneylender, merchants, anything of that?
No, I had a barrister, but he's dead. And a navigator. What? Carl has a glass blower.
I have a glass blower and a glove maker.
Yeah, I think the navigator might recognize that these coins look to be ancient Thracian gold staters, I think, or staters, which originally they were worth like 2 gold piece each, but since they're so old, for a collector, they could be much more valuable.
Hey, you should grab those Puddin and divvy them up in the group. Those are worth a lot of money.
Yes, you should grab those while I stay.
So Puddin's going to reach down and pick up one.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's about 15 of them in total.
Well, let's gather them up, pass them out, give one to each of them.
Sure.
Puddin will take the extra.
All right. So
I guess rats will go check out so it's like a T and there's doors on either side?
No, up ahead, let's see, that's about 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. About like 30 feet ahead, there's like an intersection. Okay. But before you get to the intersection, there's 2 doors, a door on each side of the hallway. But as you're kind of like a couple of the guys are sort of scouting ahead to look at the doors, a couple of the guys are digging through the sand to get the coins, and just as you've kind of picked all the coins up, you hear this like huffing noise from above you, and these 3 creatures drop down off the ceiling right into the middle of the entire group. And these things are terrifying. They let's see if I can find a description. The emaciated horror is barely recognizable as humanoid due to its covering of long feeding cilia. The writhing lengths might first be mistaken for fleshy hair, with each strand roughly 3 or 4 feet in length. So these are horrible looking creatures. Here, I'll show you a picture. These
oh,
They're like sort of ape things, but they have these weird like feelers that just sort of writhe off of them. And yeah, so we're about to do some.
I don't know if I'd want to
combat
cuddle
here.
with that.
Let me see, what's the best way?
Bad monkey. Bad monkey.
Let's drop these 3 here. And then I'll just click all of these guys. Go to combat.
I think my crew's just gonna,
This is going to be nuts.
the crew's going to just turn around and run, and then they're going to leave the Isle of Thracia.
All right, so roll your initiative.
I don't have any way to roll.
Oh,
It says no encounters.
if you go to the combat encounter, it says no.
Yeah, it says no
There's nothing there.
encounters. Nada.
Hmm. That's weird.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. All right. Well, I'll just say roll for everybody, and I'll just tell you when it's your turn. So you can't see the combat encounter at all.
Nope.
No.
Well, it just rolled all of them. Oh, you rolled them all. Never mind. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can't see it either on this. Oh, you know what? Maybe you need to go. Here. I bet this is it. I need to activate the landing. There it goes.
Yep, there it is. I got it. Yeah.
Let me hold on. Let me just restart it because that way you guys can roll all those.
Okay.
It'll be more fun.
They get to roll something before they die, at least, even if it's
That's
just
right, yeah.
initiative.
Right. Dang, some of these guys rolled pretty good.
Just need your guys to roll now. Or feral.
Oh, I thought I did.
Michael. What?
Okay. All right, we'll begin combat with Chippy O'Rida.
Oh, the potato farmer's coming in hot.
Yeah, so
He's
these
gonna-
things are right in the middle of you guys. Everybody's just it's just chaotic, but you can easily tell these things. But like, you're not going to hit your own buddies because they're obvious.
I'm going to go at him with a pitchfork, the nearest one.
Okay.
He rolled a 9
Let me see.
or 6.
It's AC 9, which this thing has higher AC than that. So unfortunately, that is a miss.
Wah!
Let's see what. Okay, any attack roll missing. Oh, okay, that's if they miss. Okay, yep. All right, so
And how do you do luck points? Can you do luck points already? I mean,
yeah, you can spend how many points would you like to spend?
where do you see your luck that you're tracking?
It's one of the stats.
Oh, so mine says luck 11. Is that how
Yeah,
many
and so
points
your
I have?
fleeting luck, you have 1 point of fleeting luck as well that you can use.
Yeah, because we lose it if it goes down to 1. So let's go ahead and well, I don't know what his armor class is. So I don't know if spending 1 points is going to raise it.
Yeah, you're gonna need to spend probably close to maybe 3 points.
Okay, well then no, I'm not going to spend any luck points.
Not
Not yet.
What is your luck score on that character?
I got a luck of 11.
Oh, that's not bad. All right.
No,
Halfling-
screw it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 3 points of my luck on it.
Well, you should spend one of your
One-
fleeting luck. And
Yeah,
then 2 of
my
the other.
fleeting luck and 2 of the other ones.
Okay.
So I just reduce that down by that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right. So he takes 6 points of damage, which actually is enough to kill it.
Sweet.
So yeah,
Nice.
you smack it with hold on, let me see if I can kill it.
He looks at his goat and says, "See there, Stinky? That's how you kill a spud."
Not kill it. Okay, there, that killed it. Yeah, so he's got his pitchfork, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, he just
Shoves it, and this thing goes. Now I think they have a special ability. Let me see. No, yeah, that seems to he seems to be dead. Okay. Score one for Chippy. All right, Halfling Glove Maker.
Okay, so that's Samwise Handy Job. So he's gonna use his dagger.
Holy shoot! That is a critical hit, and these guys are susceptible to critical hits.
Nice.
Solid strike to the torso.
Nice. So click that 1d6, I think, to roll the extra damage.
Okay.
So a total of 4 points of damage. What weapon were you? Oh, his handy
it was
owl.
Yeah.
He slapped him with the glove. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
So it is still alive, but just barely. It looks like it definitely took a hit.
All right.
Getting Puddin'.
Yeah, Puddin's going to go after the same one. He saw that hit, and he's like, let's finish him.
All right.
And he has a pitchfork also.
Dang, it's another hit for 8 points.
Hey, golly.
Yeah.
He
Dead.
like picks him up on the pitchfork, up in the air, and then throws him over his shoulder like he's baling hay.
Jeez, these guys are not even going to get a turn.
Oh.
All right, Woodcutter.
Woodcutter is going to single out the last one, Pauline Bungan. And she's going to use her hand axe.
Yeah, so you guys have seen some. That is a miss.
Yeah, she's not going to follow up with anything.
All right, Potato Farmer.
Guess it's potatoes. He'll use his pitchfork as well.
Oh, crit!
Holy crap! Also, I failed to mention you get a point of fleeting luck for every time you get a critical. So Carl's already up to 3 points of fleeting luck. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
okay.
1 and 3.
4 points of damage. That's not enough to kill this guy. But he's hurting.
Ensign Fishnell. He's going to come up there. He's going to shoot a short bow at him. He stepped back a little bit. I'm going to go at him with his short bow. And that's a miss.
All right. Healer.
I guess
we got to finish him or he's going to get a turn.
All right. Let's see.
The rat catcher will get one. We'll get a turn.
Yeah. Noah Ouchies uses club.
It was almost 15. It was so close.
Right on the edge there.
All right. Rat catcher.
Let's see. What's he got? Club. Okay. I'll use that club.
That is a miss.
No.
All right. So the rat catcher was the last one. So he is going to attempt to. Let's see.
He's going to get it.
So he's going to attempt to hit them with his claw. No, he's going to try to bite him. He's got these massive fangs. Oh, that's only 8. What's your AC? What's the rat catcher's AC?
9.
Oh no, but wait, just when you thought he got away.
But wait, there's more.
Hair-like cilia covering their body allow the Vircolacales to feed by merely grazing the flesh of their prey. Any attack roll missing their prey's AC by 2 or less results in a grazing blow, inflicting 1 point of damage. So that catcher takes 1 point.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Yeah, he survives.
All right, the glass blower.
Okay.
Throw your
let's
balls
see.
at him.
Okay, hammer.
No.
Nope. Nope.
All right, come
Hunter.
on. Short bow.
Nope. That's a miss.
Yep.
All right. Chippy. Back to Chippy.
Come on, Chippy. Finish this dude.
Oh, that's probably it. Oh, nope. That's a miss.
He's going to spend.
1 point of luck.
Yeah. What
That's
does
a-
he need? Yeah.
Yeah, just 1 point will work.
Yep.
And that is enough to kill him.
Nice.
All right. So you guys were able to come through that without too bad. Let me see what these creatures have. I thought I had a. Let me see. No, I guess they don't really have pockets, so.
and you don't want to touch them because that
Yeah.
stupid shit on the outside of them.
Yeah, that's like, it's kind of creepy. Those things kind of twitch like once in a while, even though they're dead. So, yeah,
We have vanquished enemies. We can go back to the village. We're successful.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So you have killed these things. You don't hear any more. You don't hear anything more coming from the ceiling. So you've got the 2 doors, or you can continue on to the T intersection at the end of the hallway.
1d3.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too.
Left, right, continue.
Yeah.
Roll
Let's
it.
do it.
Roll
Yeah,
it.
let's do it. Let's get it. So continue.
Continue.
Continue. Okay. So you continue past the 2 doors.
Yeah, those things have sides that they cut your head off. We don't like doors.
No, we're not opening any more doors.
I have door phobia.
All right. So this right in the middle of the intersection is so it's a 4-way intersection. Sorry, it was not a T. It's a 4-way intersection.
Oh.
The middle features a striking shard work of brightly colored stone forming a rustic mosaic depicting a forest scene, trees standing in silent array, and above the trees is the silhouette of a large bird, perhaps an eagle, taking flight.
I think Alora would the glass blower would go inspect that. It's like, oh, it's
I think
pretty nice artwork here.
I think Pudding would go show Attila the hen, the eagle, and say, "This is what you should be."
All right. So yeah, as soon as you step, as soon as the glass blower steps close to the eagle, you hear a snap.
Oh shit!
Slender scything blades swing from the walls of the east and west passage, striking anyone in the junction of the 4 halls. And let's see. Make a DC 10 reflex save for the.
What if Attila the hen jumps out to try to save him?
Oh,
Try to block it.
Oh no, that's
No!
let's see. 2d4 damage. So
Damn.
you could survive this.
If it's more than 3, then I don't. Nope.
No, 7 points.
I can imagine that pudding and the chicken are just covered in blood now.
Put another X here real quick.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, so it. I won't go perfectly. All right, there it goes. All right. So yeah, so there's this, like the poor elven glass blower just like falls into three pieces, and blood splatters. The chicken like went, and then the blades just sort of slowly go back into the walls, and you hear this clunk, 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 as it kind of resets. But it keeps clunking. You think you probably have some time before it resets.
Yeah, let's rush across the hall. Oh shit! If we hear it stop clunking, we want to get low to the ground.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you can actually. So I think this map is a little confusing, but I think it just dead ends as you cross. If you cross straight ahead, and it goes down for like 5 feet, and then it's just a blank wall.
Crap.
So
as
you turn back, you can still hear it going.
Quick, go back to one of those doors.
Yeah, pick another path.
All right, so you're gonna go back the way you came, or you can go left or right.
Oh, let's do left or right. So let's see. Roll 1d2.
Yeah.
1 is left, 2 is right.
All right.
We're gonna go right.
Go right. Okay. All right. So you go past the where the blade came out, and you enter a corridor, kind of similar to the one that you came down when you first reached the bottom of these stairs. So it's about 10 feet wide. It goes down for about 30 feet until you reach a T intersection. You can see to the right is another long corridor with some doors. But to the left, it looks like there's a room, a sort of a kind of weird octangular room, but you can't really tell what's in it because it's too far away.
Okay, what we've learned so far is doors are not the only dangerous thing here. Open spaces can be dangerous also. So before we enter a room, can we look at the walls and see, do we see any slits where scythes may come out?
Yeah, now that we're aware, 3 people have died.
Yeah, you can you take notice of what the slits look like, and you don't see any along this passageway that you're in, or this intersection that you're at right now. So you can go towards the room, or you can go towards the doors, or you can backtrack.
What do you think, Carl?
Well, the dice have been good so far, so let's roll a d2 again. 1d2. So 1 is the room, 2 is the door. All right,
the room.
Go in the room. Yeah.
Okay. So this hexagonal room was obviously a place of great importance to its builders. 4 candle-topped stone altars are present, one at each cardinal point, while each of the intercardinal points holds a brazier made of beaten copper. At the center of devotion sits a fluted stone pedestal topped by a central indentation. Obviously meant to hold something smaller than a halfling's fist, it lies empty. The remains of what were likely once brightly colored tapestries ring the floor of the chamber, long since having torn free from their mountings as they rotted. Do you have any dwarves in the party?
Rats McGee's a dwarf.
All right. Well, Rats, because of his ingrained dwarvishness, immediately notices that in contrast to the simpler efforts of stonework elsewhere, meticulous care was taken with the construction of this room. The walls are well and solidly built, and the 4 altars were made with exacting care.
Hmm.
So there's basically 4 altars, one at each point. Then there's like this pedestal in the center of the room that appears to be empty. And yeah.
All right. I think he'd go inspect the altar in the middle with his torch.
Wait. I'm gonna send my goat up to it first.
Okay.
He's just gonna shove the goat
Slap
towards
on
it.
Put the goat down and like break off a piece of like food and throw it towards the altar. So it runs
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
It goes over there. Doesn't. I mean, nothing attacks it or anything. It kind of eats the piece of food.
Good job, Stinky. I think it's
All right.
safe.
Okay. We'll go to the altar.
Yeah, it
Inspect
looks
the stonework closer.
There's definitely like there's an indentation where something small was, but it's gone. As you get into the room, you notice that kind of between each altar is like a stone brazier or a copper brazier, and each one of them has a little single low burnt candle stub in each one.
I think we need to find something to put on this pedestal. Looks like it may be a activation thing.
Yeah. You can't like make out any kind of like shape of what it could be that might fit in here. Or...
runes or anything we can maybe see.
No, actually, there's no runes. It's just a well-made fluted stone pedestal. It just that it was something small, something smaller than a halfling's fist.
Maybe it's in those rooms.
Yeah, might have to come back.
I say we double back over to those rooms. Check out those rooms.
So are those braziers, are they not lit? So there's like a little candle by them. Is that what we said? Okay.
Yeah, there's like a candle in the middle of each one, but it's not they're not lit.
Oh. Should we light them?
I mean, we have torches. We could just...
Yeah, we got a couple torches. Yeah, walk around and
get
each one of them lit.
Light up the room.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have a little bit of light in here.
Yeah, so as soon as you light the last candle, a magical wave washes over all the living creatures in the reliquary, imbuing them with power and granting you a permanent +1 increase to your maximum hit points.
Ooh, nice.
So as soon as like this wave washes over you, the candles melt into small pools of sweet-smelling wax, and just sort of the magic just dissipates. So yeah, add a +1 to all of your hit points. That's a pretty good deal.
Now I got those 2 people have 2 hit points now.
That's right.
Epic.
100% increase.
Well, this person went up to 5.
Yeah, rats went up to 5. All right. We probably need to find what goes in this altar here.
Yeah, because if maybe we put out the lights, put something in the altar, and then relight them, we'll get more.
Yeah.
We'll just keep stronger. We'll stand in here, just keep leveling up over and over.
Light them,
free workout.
Light them, melt. All right, so you double back to the T intersection. You can keep going straight to check out those doors in this one, or do you want to double back all the way to those 2 rooms at the start that you missed?
I mean, we're right here by these doors.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you continue on this dark corridor, come to the first door. Are you opening the door?
Can we hear anything behind it? We want to be stealthy and smart about this. Listen,
Yeah.
look, check for heat. Maybe there's a fire behind it.
Check for the slots for the blades.
Yeah.
Look for blades, traps.
Yeah, you don't see any blade slots. You don't see any light. You don't hear any sound.
Okay, well, I think Ensign Fishnell would tentatively reach out and
Okay.
test the handle.
Yeah, so it pushes open, and it looks like it's maybe some sort of barracks. It says the room is cramped with decrepit-looking triple bunk beds, their wooden frames sagging with the ravages of time. 10 sets of narrow bunks jut out from the walls to either side of the door. There is a mere 1 foot of space for navigation between each set of bunks. There are no signs of footlockers or other such storage for personal items on the floor, leaving this room stark in its apparent emptiness. The back of the room is covered with ancient graffiti.
Let's go check out the graffiti.
Yeah.
Maybe they have some nice crude jokes we haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
All right. Much of the graffiti is what one might expect from off-duty soldiers who are trying to pass the time. Suthius was here. Bithus owes Coitus 5 drachma. Spartacus fights for us all. You do see in the northeast corner is a crude representation of a soldier with a serpent's head. And beneath it reads, Cursopletes is not what he seems. Cursopletes is not what he seems.
Interesting. Well, before I leave, I'm going to scratch in, the Ensign Fishnell was here on the
All
wall. Add my own.
Each of you take your character with the highest luck and make a luck roll with that
Maybe 13. Okay.
11. And 11.
All right, yeah. Well, I guess Samwise, as you're kind of inspecting their graffiti, you kind of accidentally hit one of the bunks, and you notice that hidden in the upper bunk nearest the graffiti is a scroll case.
Open it up and take a look.
Yeah, so inside is a vial of milky white liquid and a crumbling piece of correspondence. It contains instructions from someone calling themselves the Coiled Vizier of the Scaled Dominion, and it orders Cursopletes to steal something called the Resurrection Stone. He is further instructed to rendezvous with a small group intending to raid some Thracian artifacts. And then it also includes instructions on how to find something called the Caverns of Thracia.
Maybe that stone's what was there. Maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
So
I wonder if
take a
this
look
is
at
the same guy that they said is not who he seems.
It is, yes.
It's the same, yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at that vial.
Yeah, it's a milky white liquid.
What's it taste like?
There's only one way to find out.
All right, I'll be curious and
No, don't be
pop it up, dip his pinky in, and kind of rub it around.
All right.
Fingers, tips of your fingers melt off.
Let me see. What are what's the saving throws in this game?
What the fuck?
What's the worst
can't-
that could happen.
We
Yeah,
cannot have one adventure where someone doesn't drink something mysterious.
make a fortitude save.
Fortitude. Okay, where's that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, -1. Perfect.
Oh, nice. 8.
8.
Yeah, that's not great, but yeah, you just feel like you can't remember things like things that happened recently, like it just like
Like the scroll you just read.
it's like what is this thing I have in my hand? It's just like just like
Okay,
it's
I'm
just
gonna
kind of foggy.
Toss it there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I wonder what this tastes like again.
Dip my finger back in it.
Yeah, it's the rest of you, like when he's you think maybe this is some sort of like supposed to like cloud people's memories or something.
Put that up. Don't taste that.
Probably not something you want to drink.
What do you mean? It's the first time I tried it. I don't. All right, I'll put it away.
It's funny.
All right. Yeah, that's about it for this room. You don't see anything else of interest.
Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, we'll go back.
So you're continuing on to the second
Yep.
second door, the next door.
Go through the same procedures. Check for traps.
Yeah.
Listen for sounds.
You do not see any light. You do not see any traps. Yeah, you don't hear anything either.
Open the door slowly, cautiously.
All right. The stale air of neglect hangs heavily in this austere chamber. Twin rows of narrow triple bunk beds flank the entrance. Time has warped the wooden frames, leaving each berth precariously angled. The tight space between bunks leaves only space for a sideways shuffle, a claustrophobic reminder of the space's utilitarian purpose. The bare floors stretch beneath the beds, conspicuously empty of the usual trappings of military life. No soldiers' footlockers crowd the spaces. No personal effects soften the harsh lines of the room. The absence speaks volumes, hinting at a hasty departure or the impersonal nature of those who once called this space home. This space, designed for efficiency rather than comfort, now stands as a hollow shell, its purpose long since abandoned to the relentless march of time.
No graffiti, nothing. Just a rundown room, I guess.
Yeah, you don't see any graffiti at the back wall like that was there for the other one.
We take a closer look at through the bunks, just kind of inspect them. We found that one thing. Maybe there's something else.
Okay, yeah. So as you move through as you kind of move one of the bunks over, you see concealed by the sagging and tilting bunks 3 humanoid figures. They are clad in ancient but well-maintained scale mail, and their gaunt skin is pale, but they almost seem like they are alive. Like maybe they're like some sort of undead or something, but they just sort of like act like they're confused, like they maybe have just woke up or something.
Do we attack first strike? We can give someone of them a drink of holy water.
Oh yeah, somebody has holy water.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Are you thirsty, soldier? Give him some holy water.
I like that idea. So Noah's going to go up to one of them and pull out this vial of holy water and and offer a drink. I think Sam's gonna follow suit and pull out this little vial that he found in his pocket and open it up and pour it into another one's mouth.
Just
He's
simultaneously
like, I can do that too.
Okay.
poisoning.
Without a cloudy liquid, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so let's see.
I guess I use that holy water.
Let me go back to the landing. Drop 3 of that
He
guys.
did have a -1 attack because he was thirsty, but now that he's not thirsty, he has a
Yeah.
+2 attack. Oh shit!
All right, so they do have. Let's see.
These guys will probably be harder to kill than the last ones.
It says they have undead traits, so I would think holy water would hurt them. Let me see if the rulebook has rules for holy water. There we go. Holy water inflicts 1d4 damage on any undead creature.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So you have 2 of them that are
Just one.
just one.
No,
Okay.
so yeah, so I had one vial that he poured into one
Yeah.
thing's mouth, and then Sam had his vial of the cloudy liquid that he was trying to mimic.
Oh,
And so
okay.
he poured that into a different one's mouth that
Okay.
probably won't do anything, but
My
I didn't
character
remember
with
anyway.
my character with the holy water is standing back going, "You're fucking crazy. I'm not doing that."
All right. So he did 3 points
Yeah.
damage. Okay. So
And the other one's probably just pissed off that he got a face full of
yeah, so
cloudy
he
liquid.
goes, ah! That obviously hurts him. The other one is just kind of bats it away. It doesn't do anything. And then, yeah, so let's, then they all kind of draw their swords and let's do an initiative roll. Let's go here.
Oh, that elven glassblower's dead. We need to take him off.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, you're clouding my screen here. Okay, elven glassblower. I can do this, I think, to take it
Yeah.
off. Yeah,
There we go.
And I'll move him over here into the dead pile.
Yep. To the dead pile.
All right, so yeah, these things have a very ancient looking short sword. Actually, let me see if I can show you a picture of them. Where is it?
I got something wrong too because I
Ooh.
have 2 of my people are on there twice. So the potato farmer and Chippy are the same person.
Oh, mine's the potato farmer.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
I was
Yeah,
wondering, can you change the names on the?
Yeah, I can do that real fast. Let me see.
Oh, where do you change the names at?
You got to go to token. Let me see if so you go token and then the name there. So I just updated rats. Samwise.
There. Got them in order.
Okay, I think all of Carl's are updated.
Mhm.
And now let me see. Lee's there. Almost.
Yeah, they're all right. Come on.
I think these last two need to be fixed. There. Okay. Well, I don't know why the hunter. I don't know why the healer.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Noah Ouchies is
All
first
right.
up.
So he'll probably be a little surprised and just take out his club.
Well, are you hitting the one that took the?
Yeah, the one that he poured the stuff into.
All right. 3 point. Let's see what their AC is.
Bonk.
Oh no, their armor class is 14. So you could spend your fleeting luck if you'd like. You have 3 points, which would probably be enough for a hit.
So you need to roll under.
Wait. What? Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Oh, you got a 19. That's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like their AC is crazy. We're dead.
Yeah, I'm like,
still alive.
Okay. All right.
Puddin.
Okay, Puddin's gonna go after the same one with the pitchfork.
Those pitchforks are pretty nasty weapons.
Yeah. Golly.
16 for 4.
16 is a miss. Oh no, that's a hit. That's a hit. The same one that you're going after, the injured one.
Yep.
Shoot, I don't think I. Yeah, that's enough to kill him. He's dead. I think. Let me make sure nothing happens when he dies. Yeah, no, he just falls back and drops his sword. Seems to be dead. Potatoes.
All right. So I guess he's probably near a different one. So he will use his pitchfork on a different one.
17.
Jeez, you guys
Wow.
are rolling like
For 6.
crazy.
For 6 damage.
6
These
damage.
pitchforks, man.
Jeez.
Pitchforks are badass. They're like the fucking epic. I thought about stealing one of their swords after he killed him, but I'm like, no, I'm keeping my fucking pitchfork.
Yeah,
awesome.
that hurt him a lot. He's still alive though. All right, Samwise.
So Sam is by probably the other one.
Okay.
And he'll just try to hit it with his dagger. Oh, there's
fleeting look lost.
Fumble.
You trip. Make a DC 10 reflex save.
Okay.
No. All right, so you are prone. You fall right on your face. That was Samwise.
All that.
Pours the thing in, scares him. Tries to stab it, and boom. Right on the floor.
A prone status. Okay. All right. So this guy, the first thing he does is sort of does this screeching noise, and out of the other side of the bunks come these more creatures leap out to join the fray.
Oh.
They are horrible looking things. They're like roughly the size of a large hunting hound. This furless thing's flesh matches the mottled gray of the dead. Its baleful red eyes search the area while wetly sniffing the air around it. Slavering jaws split wide, flowering outward as a pair of glistening tentacles are disgorged from its throat, waving about the air in search of prey. So yeah, there are 2 of these.
It sounds like something right out of Resident Evil.
Hideous things.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Look at that. That's awful.
Let's see.
Yeah, no.
Oh wow.
All right. Then he will. slash with his short sword. I guess since Samwise is laying there on the ground, he will attack him with his short sword.
Let's see. 9, his AC's 12.
Okay, yeah, that's a miss. All right, Craving Meats.
All right, she is. She is going to take her short bow and shoot at one of those hounds.
Okay.
That just came out. She just does not appreciate what they're looking like.
Typical hound things.
15 for 5.
That's a hit, and that's enough to kill it, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. So it goes these tentacles, and you just right in the middle of his forehead.
Nice.
Chippy O'Rida.
Chippy O'Rida.
That's a great name, by the way.
So the one that was going after the handy, he's going to go after him with his pitchfork. Yeah, no.
Nope, that's a miss. Rats.
Rats.
Sneaky.
Let's see. I forget which one he was attacking.
There's basically one that's uninjured and then one that's very injured.
Hit. I don't know. Either one.
All right. We'll say he went after. What do you? Which one?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
All right. He went after the injured one. Then that will.
Okay.
That will kill him. Pauline. Oops.
Sorry.
With their mighty felling axe.
There's one of the hounds and one of the ghouls.
Yeah, she's going after one of the hounds. And shitty.
That's a miss.
Axe.
All right, Ensign Fishnell.
He is going to shoot an arrow at the hound.
13 is a hit, just barely.
For
6 points, that's enough to kill it. Dang.
We don't like those fucking.
Dang, they didn't even get a. They didn't even get a. Didn't even get a turn. All right, and you guys have a ton of guys before my ghoul gets to go.
Unless we just completely miss everything.
Let's go.
Oh, 2 points.
15 for 2. Okay. Just dogpiling this thing.
Yeah. All right, Puddin'.
11 for 1. No.
That's a miss. Potatoes.
Potatoes. Well, with the pitchfork.
That's a miss.
Ah, wow.
Samwise is prone. He's got to stand up.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, Samwise has to spend his standing up. I'll take away his prone.
all right.
He's like, oh.
Oh, you get a turn.
Yeah.
Sam just
Right.
gets like stabbed in the face.
Samwise is getting up, and so the last time he tried to stab him with the sword, this time he just goes, tries to fight him.
Son of a.
Come on. 13.
13. That's a hit. Yeah.
Oh,
Just 2
For
points
2,
of damage.
and that's enough to kill him.
Sam, quit making out with that thing.
He rips his whole face off. Samwise falls down.
Why is he making out with the ghoul? I'm going to shoot an arrow at him. That's a 13 for 5.
That is a miss.
Chippy is going to try to. Oh, it was almost a 20, but it was a 2.
That's also a miss.
Right. 16 for 2.
That's a hit.
Rats. Okay.
So this guy was already hurt a little bit, but he's still kicking. That rats.
Yeah.
All right, Pauline.
Come on, hit something with your axe. All right. Got 14 for 1.
For 1 point. That is a hit.
Then Ensign Fishnell.
Oh no.
Fumble. All fleeting looks lost.
Oh.
Weapon comes loose in your hand. You grab it, but your grip is disrupted. Take a -2 penalty on your next attack.
Golly.
Damn.
Was that fit? That was Fishnail.
Yeah.
These guys are dead. Noah ouchies.
Okay. Just keep smacking them. Golly. Nope.
No.
Not that one.
Come on, Puddin'.
Yeah,
Finish him.
your guys' lucky roll streak is finally
19.
There we go.
5.
There we go.
5 is enough to kill it. It's dead.
So I imagine Attila the hen gave out a war cluck, which inspired Puddin' to charge it with his pitchfork.
All right, so I need to real quick put another X on Carl's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Let's see, where is paste duplicate? There it is. All right, half of Carl's team's dead.
I'm 3 for 3. So is this like a first to 0 kind of game?
Yeah. So basically, at the end of this, like whoever you have left, you get to pick, and then you'll level them up to level 1.
Oh, nice.
And then then next time you'll have a level 1 character. So, if more people survive, then we'll have backup characters for later on.
Nice.
All right, so let's see, where were we here?
It's funny, the combat went pretty quick. It was pretty fast with that many characters.
Yeah.
Because we're both controlling them and we're just.
Yeah, it helps that they don't have any special abilities or anything too. Like it's all just
attack or nuts.
Yeah. Once
force,
you get when you get leveled up to first level, you get your class, and each class has like special things and stuff. Like even the fighter can do like mighty deeds and everything. So it gets a little more complicated. But so yeah, let me see if they have anything here.
I mean, I would think we would want to steal their armor and their weapons and give them to their.
Can we even wear it?
So they do. It says in addition to their armor, which let's see, what is their armor? So their swords are just short swords, which I mean are still probably better than what a lot of your characters have. And their armor, why does it not say? Let me see what they're.
I mean, is it better than 1d4 + 1?
Epic pitchforks.
It's a 1d6. The short sword is a 1d6.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I mean, I'll take. Well, how many were there? Because if I can, I give one to Pauline and one to Fishnell.
There were 3.
And rats will take 1. That'll be good.
And then if we can take their armor, I would also give them the armor too. They're like my tanky characters.
Yeah, I think
It's kind of hard saying any of these are tanks.
Yeah, these are my newly appointed tanky characters.
Congratulations.
Recently promoted.
All right, let me give short swords to. Let's see, rats wanted a short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me find that. There it is. Okay, I think you have to equip that.
Yeah.
Lee, which one of the viewers wanted it?
Pauline and Ensign Fishnell.
Okay, Ensign Fishnell is right here. Okay, and then Pauline. Okay, and then the armor. Let's see. sure it was plate. I think it was plate mail. So I think the bad thing about plate mail is that it gives you increases your fumble die and the check penalty. So you have a -8. You get a +8 to your armor class, but you have a -8 to any kind of dexterity or.
Okay, let's not do the armor then.
Yeah.
I don't know. The sword didn't show up on Fishnail.
Oh, it didn't?
No.
Maybe I have to be on their equipment.
Yeah, probably won't take the armor either.
Yeah, I mean they're
too bulky.
Oh yeah, there it is. It's on there. You have to look at the melee weapons in the equipment tab.
Yeah.
Equipment up at the top, melee weapons. They just
check on there.
Oh, maybe it's because I've been adjusting the ones on the landing page and not the one in the. Are you looking at the one in the?
I was going to my player card.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, let me.
But it worked for Pauline. Weird.
Okay, here. Let me. Where's that short sword? There it is. Okay, there you go. Now you have. Instant Fishnail has it.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I got it now.
Okay. Okay, this might be a good place to stop for the night. So nobody's taking the armor. In addition to their armor and swords, each of them also wears a badly tarnished silver pendant with the holy symbol of some type of holy symbol. You probably don't recognize it. Actually, are any of your characters super religious?
I have one that does the. Let's see. It's the resist temptation. I don't know if that's considered. They're lawful though. They're not. The hunter is. There's nothing really says they're religious. I would think though that Pudding would take one of the holy symbols, the necklaces, and put it around the goat's neck.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna say that the two characters that were conceived on horseback,
there you go.
They recognize this holy symbol as the symbol of Sabazios, the horseman, which is the ancient Thracian sky father, chief among the gods.
So that'd be Noah. I think the other one died.
He is the one of the is like the god of air, freedom, and horses from the ancient Thracians.
Okay,
that's very fitting for a goat. Yeah. I'm going to put one around the goat's neck.
Yeah.
So Noah will take one, and then we'll put one on the goat. Yeah.
If you become a cleric after you survive this, you could.
I'm hoping to level up my goat and chicken.
All right, so right before we leave, I will say that as you're kind of looting these bodies, you notice at the bottom. Let me see, where is it? Obscured by the rows of bunks, there is a crawlway that's been like chiseled out of the back wall that looks to go into some kind of small tunnel that you'll have to crawl into.
Oh shit. That does not sound fun.
Yeah. Those always work out well.
Yeah. In tight spaces.
What could go wrong? All right, so we'll call it here, and if anybody can join us next time, we'll divvy up some of the we'll bring in some extra villagers. They'll be like, "Hey guys, why'd you leave without us, man?
We were waiting for y'all. We went to the wrong side of town."
All right, so the first session down, we got the score. Carl 3 for 3, and Lee's got 5 for 3 or 5 for 6.
Yeah.
So,
Just like that.